Hey folks, welcome back to Crypto Heartbeat. This is Matt. Today I'm super excited to share with you an update on my price prediction for Pulse. Well, a lot has happened and I want to share with you a spreadsheet that I received that is a depiction of the bonding curve. Many of you have heard that Richard Hart said after day 19 of the sacrifice set, he said that people kept sacrificing to these wallet addresses, and he said, I'll honor them, but based on the bonding curve. So I want to explain what that means and what the implications are for the price of Pulse. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is merely entertainment, but I'm giving you my opinion, which is worth absolutely nothing. So do your own research and let's go. So when the sacrifice day 1 through 5 started, there were 10,000 pulse points per dollar. And so that's how this bonding curve started. It was supposed to only go 19 days. And so you'll see from this chart, day 1 through 19. And you can see how this curve is really an exponential hockey stick curve. Well, let's fast forward to September. And if you can see right here in September, this is when the price hits essentially 1.2, 1.3 cents. Well, this is what I would call pre-market activity. It is, anything as far as value is concerned is driven by what people are willing to pay for it. Well, there were sacrificers in September, and Gerardo pointed out, and others have pointed out in their live streams, that this means that, well, if people are paying 1.3 cents for a Pulse point, then potentially Pulse has a value of 1.3 cents. We know that's not true because Pulse doesn't exist yet. But I'm making the point that that's a 600x already for anyone who sacrificed in day 1 through 5. So take the sacrifice amount that you sacked and then multiply it by 600. Is the opening price going to be 1.3 cents? I don't know. But here's what's crazy. There are people who have been sacrificing recently. If you look at today's price, we're over $3 per pulse. That's not realistic. And so if you are someone who is sacrificing, I think you're stupid. I mean, this is like who in their right mind would pay $3 per pulse point? But I guess the point is this, is that it's really interesting, and I don't know if it was strategically done by Richard Hart or not, to do essentially, and maybe this was just a happy accident, but I tend to believe that Richard is a lot smarter than I think we give him a lot of credit. He is super smart. But what's fascinating about this is that's how markets work, is that what are people willing to pay for something? I mean, I remember when masks during COVID were really expensive because you couldn't get a hold of one, right? An N95 mask. Well, now you can get an N95 mask for pennies versus, $7. So if you look at how markets are made, it's basically based on demand. I'm excited because I think there's a ton of demand for Pulse. It's getting wide distribution. People are learning about it. It's easier to understand. But I don't know what the price is going to be. But if I take this 1.3 cents, right, a lot of people still sacrificed at that rate. If this thing opens around a penny, I mean, we're talking a 600x already from sacrifice day 1. That's pretty exciting. And so the whole point of my channel is really to understand, what do we do with this newfound wealth? Once you've got all the things that you flex with, what is the purpose? Why have you been given this? This is really a revolution in what we call the consensus revolution. This is where political power and financial power are separated, and regular people have an abundance that they can make impact with. And so everything I'm about, Crypto Heartbeat, is about the heartbeat behind why this revolution is happening and what you can do in the future to impact the people you care about, the things you care about. And to me, this is a revolution of generosity, and I think it's going to unlock generosity across the globe. So that's my update on the price prediction. I said there was going to be a 10,000x from day 1 sacrifice. Well, the way this sacrifice set has worked and people continuing to sacrifice after they've been told not to, we're at least at a 600x growth already, and PulseChain hasn't even launched. That's exciting. That's hopium, certainly. So that's your daily dose of hopium. So I like to do this on every video, is I like to share about the PulseChain itself for those that are new. The PulseChain is a new Ethereum fork. It copies over the system state, which is all of the contracts, all the ERC20s, all the NFTs from Ethereum, and provides a copy on the PulseChain. The PulseChain is different from Ethereum because it doesn't use proof of work. It uses proof of stake. This is way more energy efficient. It's faster in its throughput. It's more energy efficient, and it's going to bring gas fees down to pennies instead of hundreds of dollars. This solves the problems that were really promised by Ethereum 2.0. And my prediction is the PulseChain is going to be the new Ethereum. And it literally, not that it's going to kill Ethereum, certainly they're probably going to do a 2.0 at some point in the future, but I believe that the PulseChain is going to gobble up all of these projects that are going to have a home where fees are cheaper, where throughput's faster, and where it's just a more efficient place to go. And the fact that Richard Hart has the brilliant idea of copying the system state means that one of the greatest experiments in blockchain history is about to happen. And if you can't tell I'm excited, you're not paying attention. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. This is an exciting time.